There are things people notice before they understand them. Not clearly, not all at once, just small interruptions and what used to feel normal. That's how it started, not with an event, but with a feeling. Her son had changed, not suddenly, not in a way that could be explained to someone else, but enough for her to pause, enough to notice. He still came home at the same time, still answered when spoken to, still said the right things, but something was different. The way he spoke felt measured. The way he moved through the house felt careful, and sometimes he would go quiet in the middle of a sentence as if he had already decided not to finish it. At first, she told herself it was nothing. Children change. They grow into themselves. They become quieter. That's what she believed. Or at least, that's what she chose to believe, because the alternative was not something she was ready to face. Days passed. The changes didn't disappear. They became more specific. He avoided certain places in the house, stayed longer in others. He no longer asked to go where he used to enjoy being, and when plans came up, he would agree, but without interest, like someone participating without actually being present. She noticed all of it. Of course she did. But noticing something and accepting what it means are two very different things. So she adjusted. She stopped asking certain questions, not intentionally, but gradually. The conversations became shorter, simpler, easier to end. And when she did ask, the answers came quickly. I'm fine. Always the same. No hesitation, no detail, just enough to close the conversation. And she let it, because asking again would require a different kind of attention, the kind that doesn't stop at the first answer, the kind that keeps going until something real is uncovered. And she wasn't sure she wanted to uncover anything at all. So instead, she explained it. She gave every detail a reason. He's tired. He's distracted. Maybe something happened at school. All possibilities that allowed everything to remain unchanged. But the feeling didn't leave. It stayed, quiet, consistent, waiting. Weeks turned into something longer, and the house began to feel different. Not physically, but in the way silence started to settle into it. The kind of silence that isn't empty, just unspoken. There were moments when she almost said something, moments when the words reached the surface, but each time they stopped just short, because once spoken, they would become real, and real things demand action, and action leads to outcomes you cannot control. So she waited, not for something to happen, but for the feeling to go away. But it didn't. It became familiar, and that was the shift. Not when things started to change, but when she became used to the change. When the unusual stopped feeling unusual. When silence started to feel like normal. The realization didn't come all at once. It came in fragments, moments that didn't make sense on their own but couldn't be ignored together. A hesitation that lasted too long, a reaction that didn't match the situation, a detail that no longer fit the explanation. And slowly, the reasons she had built began to collapse until there was nothing left to explain it away. Only the pattern, clear, unavoidable. By then, the question had changed. It was no longer, what is happening? It became, when did this start? And the answer was uncomfortable, because it wasn't recent, it wasn't sudden. It had been there from the beginning, in the small things, in the moments she paused, in the feeling she couldn't explain. She had noticed, she had known, not completely, but enough to ask more, enough to look deeper, enough to stay with the discomfort instead of replacing it. But she didn't. Not because she didn't care, but because she chose what felt manageable over what felt true. And in doing that, she allowed time to move forward unchallenged. Some realizations don't come with noise. They don't arrive dramatically. They settle quietly. And once they do, they don't leave. Because they don't just reveal what happened, they reveal what was seen and left unaddressed. The signs were never hidden, only explained away.